My name is Jonathan Stone, and this is the story of how $2 turned my life upside down, or rather, revealed its true colors. 7 years ago, I thought I knew my wife. Allison was the woman of every man's dreams, radiant, a gifted artist with a warm heart and a gentle spirit. We met at a cozy cafe by an art museum where she was sketching passersby. I ordered a coffee and lingered for 3 hours, captivated by her work. "Are you an artist?" I finally ventured. "Trying my best," she said with a smile that lit up the room. "And you?" "Project manager. I build shopping centers." "Sounds thrilling," she teased with a laugh, and that laugh stole my heart for good. The only cloud over our bliss was her father, Roderick Blake, one of Atlanta's richest developers, a name that carried weight in every corner of the city. A silver-haired patrician with old money airs, he regarded me as his daughter's regrettable misstep. At our first meeting, he sized me up like I was a slab of concrete under inspection. "Project manager, huh? Where'd you go to school?" "Georgia Tech." "Hmm," he said, his tone dripping with judgment. Allison squeezed my hand. "Dad, Jonathan's brilliant and kind. Isn't that enough?" "Kindness doesn't keep the lights on, sweetheart." Over 7 years of marriage, his disdain never wavered. Roderick was polite to a fault, but every glance, every measured pause screamed, "When will you vanish from my daughter's life?" Allison saw it and tried to soften the blow. "Ignore him. He's tough on everyone." "Not everyone. Just me." "Jonathan, he just wants what's best for me." "And I'm not it?" She answered with a kiss, her lips brushing away my doubts. Love a good drama? Subscribe and ring the bell for more riveting tales.
That fateful Tuesday morning, Allison approached me, her face clouded with guilt. "Babe, we've got a snag. The credit card's frozen." "What happened?" "Missed a payment, just $20, but you know how banks are." I reached for my phone to sort it out, but she stopped me. "Jonathan, could you pop to the store? I'm racing to finish some paintings for tomorrow's gallery meeting." "No problem. What's on the list?" "The usual. It's on the fridge." At the supermarket, I filled the cart and joined the checkout line when a rack of lottery tickets caught my eye. I'm not a gambler, too practical for that, but something nudged me. What's the harm, I thought. $2 won't break the bank. "Add a lottery ticket, please." The cashier handed me a Mega Millions slip. The numbers were a random jumble, nothing special. Back home, I dumped the groceries on the kitchen counter, the ticket tucked beside them. Allison came downstairs, paint smudged on her hands. "What's that?" she asked, eyeing the ticket. "A little present from fate," I grinned. "Maybe we'll strike it rich." She let out that sparkling laugh I fell for 7 years ago. "And if we win?" "Oceanfront house, a huge studio for your art, maybe a charity to give back." "Always dreaming big," she said, kissing my cheek. "That's why I love you." The ticket sat forgotten on the table for 3 days, buried under bills and junk mail. Then Friday night, Allison called, her voice trembling with excitement. "Jonathan, turn on the news, check our numbers." I flipped to the lottery channel. The host read out the winning numbers. I dug the ticket from the clutter and checked. First number, match. Second, match. Third, match. My pulse quickened. "Allison, where are you?" "Driving home. What's the deal?" Fourth, fifth, sixth, every number lined up. "Allison," my voice quivered, "we won $16 million. Dead silence. Then, "You're kidding, right?" Dead serious. Oh my God, Jonathan, we're loaded. Can't wait to see where this goes. Subscribe and hit the bell for the next chapter.
The first few days were a whirlwind. We called the lottery commission, met with lawyers, and sketched out our future. Allison was radiant. Can you imagine? Scholarships for young artists, my own gallery, helping kids chase their dreams. I could start a business, I added, maybe build affordable homes for families who need them. Lying in bed, we spun dreams around our millions. Jonathan, she whispered, I've never been happier. We're finally free. I thought she meant freedom from financial strain. Later, I learned she meant something far different. A week later, the first crack appeared. I was at work, finalizing an office renovation, when the bank called. Mr. Stone, there's an issue with your joint credit card. Mrs. Stone requested to limit your access. Limited? I'm a joint card holder. We received a directive from the primary account holder. We have to comply. I raced home. In the garden, Allison was on the phone, her back to me. Yes, Dad, I get it. No, he doesn't suspect a thing. I'll do what you said. My stomach dropped. She turned, saw me, and froze. Jonathan, when did you get here? Long enough ago. Allison, what's going on? She ended the call abruptly. What do you mean? The bank called. You cut me off from our card. Why? She sank onto a garden bench, eyes downcast. Dad thinks we should separate our finances until the winnings are settled. Separate? We're married. Jonathan, she met my gaze. Dad got a lawyer, Bradley Morrison. He says the ticket was a gift to me. The ground seemed to shift. I sat beside her. A gift? Allison, I bought it with our money. You called it a present from fate. You said it yourself. That was just sweet talk, something a husband says to his wife. You know that. Dad says it holds up in court. If we settle quietly, he's offering a fair payout. Payout? What payout? $200,000, enough to start over. Start over? I stared, stunned. Allison, what happened to us, our family? Be practical, Jonathan. $16 million is a lot to manage. Dad knows how to handle it. And I don't? You manage projects. You build malls. This is different. Her words hit like punches. 7 years together, and she spoke to me like I was nobody. Stunned by the betrayal, subscribe and ring the bell to keep up with the saga. The next morning, I called James Hayes, Atlanta's top family law attorney, known for standing up to powerful dynasties. Mr. Hayes, I need your help. It's a messy case. I'm all ears. My father-in-law thinks he can outmaneuver me. He's in for a rude awakening. In Hayes's sleek office, I spilled everything. The ticket, my present from fate comment, the blocked card. Fascinating, Hayes said, tapping his pen. The $20 debt, has it been paid? No, Allison's locked me out, and she hasn't paid it either. Brilliant, Hayes smirked. They want the winnings from a ticket bought on credit, but dodge the debt. It's like having their cake and eating it. So we've got a chance? A chance? We've got an airtight case. But buckle up, the Blakes play hardball. The trial kicked off Monday at 9. Allison sat beside her father and Bradley Morrison, a slick lawyer with a flair for theatrics, eyeing me like I was a pest. Judge Margaret Wilson, a sharp 60-something with no patience for nonsense, took the bench. Morrison argued the ticket was a personal gift, leaning hard on my present from fate line. Hayes fired back with proof. The ticket was purchased with shared funds, and Roderick had hired Morrison before the win. The courtroom stirred when Hayes presented evidence of Roderick's attempt to bribe the bank to void the ticket purchase.
In closing, Judge Wilson ruled the winnings were marital property to be divided equally under Georgia law. Roderick went pale. The judge also flagged his bank tampering, forwarding the case to the DA. Outside, I felt hollow. I'd won. Money, justice, but at what cost? Had I just matched the Blakes' ruthlessness? A year and a half later, the appeal was shot down, and Roderick got probation for attempted bribery. I bought a simple house with a garden and launched a consulting firm. Clients respected my integrity. Work kept me grounded. I saw Allison once, back at our old cafe. She was teaching kids to paint, her beauty deepened by time. "Jonathan," she said softly, "I knew I was wrong, but I couldn't stop." "Why not?" "I was terrified of letting Dad down. I was always his good girl." "But not afraid to gamble with your husband?" "I thought you'd forgive me, that love would cover it." "Love covers mistakes, not betrayal." 5 years on, I'm married to Dr. Maria Sanchez, who works with the homeless and measures wealth in lives saved. We met at a charity where I donated $1 million. She didn't know about my money until we were engaged. "This means we can do more good," she said. Allison's remarried, raising 2 kids, still painting. Roderick passed away, leaving her a house and a note. Pride destroyed our family. Walking by that store where I bought the ticket, I think about fate. $2 reshaped 4 lives, shattered 1 marriage, forged 2 new ones, turned a mogul into a felon, and a working man into a millionaire. Above all, it forced us to face the truth about ourselves and each other. Sometimes the smallest choices spark the biggest changes, and that's okay. Life's a lottery. The real prize isn't the numbers, it's staying true to who you are.
Love a good drama? Subscribe and ring the bell for more riveting tales.